Hollywood. That's gooey, ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just a good-looking pan.
And any shop girl can be a top girl if she pleases the tire businessman.
Hello, Hollywood, and welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony. A special shout out to our fans who are watching the live video stream, courtesy of our media partner, Variety. I'm Laurent Gubler, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting today's program. Today, we will dedicate the 2,626 star, that's number 2626, to legendary performer Mary J. Blige. So let me tell you a little about Mary, and feel free to cheer for anything you want. An iconic Grammy Award-winning and Golden Globe-nominated singer, songwriter, actress, and philanthropist, Mary J. Blige is a figure of inspiration, transformation, and empowerment. She is one of the defining voices of the contemporary music era, with a track record in the music realm of 8 multi-platinum albums, 9 Grammy Awards, and get this, an amazing 32 nominations, and worldwide sales of more than 50 million albums. How about that? Now this year, we're only on the 11th of January, Mary has already received nominations for the 2018 Golden Globes, a 2018 SAG Award, and a 2018 Critics' Choice Award. And that is all for Best Supporting Actress, recognizing her work in the Netflix film Mudbound. The film premiered to rave reviews last year at Sundance and is now available for streaming on Netflix. Now, born in the Bronx, Mary began impressing people with her soulful voice when at age 18 she signed with Uptown Records in 1989, becoming the MCA distributed label's youngest and first female artist. How about that? Influenced at an early age by the music of Aretha Franklin, Chaka Khan, and Gladys Knight, Mary brought her own gritty, urban-rooted style, fusing hip-hop, soul, and lyrics that are honest and frank to the forefront on her first debut 1992 album, What's the 411? The multi-platinum set, executive produced by Sean Diddy Combs, quickly spun off several hits, including 2 R&B number ones, You Remind Me and Real Love. Now, Mary helped redefine R&B and began forging a unique niche for herself on the more personal second album, 1994's My Life. And each subsequent album reads like a chapter from an autobiography, including, and cheer for your favorites, Share My World, Mary, No More Drama, Love and Life, The Breakthrough, Growing Pains, and Stronger with Each Tear. Along the way, she has lined up a string of hit singles, including Not Gonna Cry, Love Is All We Need, 7 Days, All That I Can Say, Family Affair, and Just Fine. In October of 2013, Mary released her first ever holiday album titled A Merry Christmas, in collaboration with legendary producer David Foster. The holiday album featured her soulful interpretation of such classic holiday tunes as Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and the Christmas Song. Now, Mary also co-penned I Can See in Color for 2009's Precious soundtrack. And she has branched out into acting. She appeared in I Can Do All Bad by Myself, and starred in Rock of Ages and Black Nativity. She has guest starred on ABC's Blackish and How to Get Away with Murder, Empire, and was seen playing the Wicked Witch of the West on the musical The Wiz Live. In 2014, Mary released her 13th studio album, The London Sessions, which reached the #1 position on the top R&B albums chart. And last year, she completed the King and Queen of Hearts world tour with Maxwell and released her 14th album, Strength of a Woman. Her first single off the album, Thick of It, held the #1 spot on the Urban AC chart for 16 consecutive weeks after its release. And so on that note, please help me welcome our honoree to the stage, Mary J. Blige. And while she's coming up, let me also add today's her birthday. So if you'll stand right over here to the side.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I'd say we've got some great singers out there singing happy birthday. I recognize it. Okay, before you get to hear from Mary, we have a few guest speakers. Our first speaker has been one of the leading entertainment entrepreneurs and cultural ambassadors as a member of the early 80s pioneer rap duo, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. A film and television producer, founder of Uptown Records and chairman of Motown Records, he serves as vice chairman of Revolt Media and TV. He has helped influence and create urban and millennial culture around the world. Please welcome Andre Harrell.
Am I supposed to leave?
I don't know. I think you can stand or sit, whatever you feel
I'm
comfortable.
saying, oh, okay.
Okay. How you doing out there today? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like a proud musical papa. Who would have thought 25 years ago we'd be standing here today? Mary, I can remember like it was yesterday. It was the spring of 1989 at Uptown Records in New York City. Kurt Whitley, who was the A&R director, kept knocking on my door. Dre, I got to play you this tape. I said, later, Kurt, later, Kurt. He came in, it was 7 p.m. He put the tape in, and all of a sudden, I heard the truth. I said, who is this young girl singing with all this emotion and pain? He said her name was Mary J. Blige. Next day, I drove up to Slowbound Houses in Yonkers and met Mary and her family, and I remember the expression on Mary's face when I would say to her, your voice is going to sing with rock legends. Your voice is going to change your life and make you royal. And she put her hand on my, she laughed because she was shy back then. Then it started happening. My intern Puff Daddy got promoted to A&R, and Father MC was his first project. His first hit single was recorded, and it was called What You Do For Me, I'll Do For You. And all of a sudden, Mary J. Blige was on the radar. So like good record men, we quickly came back with her album, The 411. And her first single was called You Remind Me, and it went #1. Her second single, Real Love, went #1. Then we went back in the studio and we made her second album, and one of the most creative albums that I've ever been involved in my life. It was called My Life. It was artistic, authentic, straight from the pages of her life. It became a work of healing, giving women their strength and self-respect to triumph over adversity and anything else life would throw at them. Mary became a star. And I remember Mary appeared for the first time on Soul Trains. And my promotion man, Jimmy Love, went out there with her. And I said to Jimmy, I want you to make sure that Don Cornelius introduces Mary as the queen of hip-hop soul. So Don Cornelius from Soul Train did what he does. He said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the queen of hip-hop soul, Mary J. Blige. And Mary just stepped into her silhouette, and a queen was born. As Mary's star would shine brighter, she and I would time to time have lunch to catch up to see how she was doing, handling this responsibility of being this urban female star that everybody looked at all the time. And she was going over to Paris, And she said to me, Dre, I don't want to go to Paris. She said, what am I going to eat over in Paris? I said, you keep it simple. You just order steak, fish, or chicken. But order the steak. They can't mess that up. You just speak your truth, it'll be fine. And I would say Mary would be shy sometimes about interviewing with like the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal with those savvy interviewers. And I would always say to her, Mary, don't worry about it. You just speak your truth and your genius will come through. Here we are on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Mary is still speaking her truth. The whole world is in awe by her genius. I'm so proud and happy I could be here for this occasion because Mary receiving a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is like black women, little girls with a dream, and strong women around the world receiving one. Mary J. Blige is the representation of the American dream. With 13 studio albums, 33 Billboard charted records, 9 Grammys, 75 million albums sold, and a couple of nominations for Best Supporting Actress. Her career is a testament that work, talent, and belief can achieve greatness. Because Mary, you, my love, you are great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andre. Let me do a couple of introductions now. We have the chairman of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce with us, Jeff Zaranam, owner of the Hollywood Hotel and the soon-to-come Hollywood Distillery. We also have with us the chair of the Walk of Fame, who also has a star on the Walk of Fame, producer Vin DeBona. And from LAPD, the captain of our Hollywood division, Captain Corey Palka. Back in the back. Well, our next speaker is the definition of a mogul. Starting his career as the director of A&R at Uptown Records, he was integral in launching the career of Mary J. Blige. He later started his own label, Bad Boy Records, which has fostered many stars. His solo music career began in 1997 with his first single, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, which shot to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. This Grammy Award-winning debut was just the start of his massive career, which has garnered countless #1 records, 3 Grammy Awards, and ASCAP Songwriter of the Year honors. Please welcome Walk of Famer Sean Diddy Combs.
Yeah, that's hot. That's hot.
What's up? What's up? How y'all feeling out there? Oh, man. Y'all know what this is. This is a celebration, right? A celebration of our queen. Yeah, man. Check this out. Before I get started, I have to just pay respects to one of the main reasons why Mary is here. I'd like to say thank you and congratulations to her mother, Cora. The Empress. Her sister, John Quell. And her right hand, Ace Boon Coon Latanya. And shout out to Angie Martinez and the rest of her friends. Misa, I see you. See, this is about our sister getting her star in Hollywood, getting her true recognition. But this thing is also about family. We've been through a whole lot. We started from nothing. I used to pick Mary up from the projects. I had me a Volkswagen Rabbit. I had like 2 rims on it. I couldn't afford 4. And I would pick her up and we would just drive down the highway in New York and we would just dream. We would say like, man, we want to be somebody. We want to be big. We want to be something for our people. And we want to come and shake up the world. And we did that. You remind me of a love that I once knew. Is it a dream or is it deja vu? I just had to let you know, so I had to sing it. With you, boy, I don't know. The way you walking, the way you talking, the way you move. You remind me, yes you do. Hey, yo, hold on. Y'all don't hear love on the vocals? Man, so check it. Do you understand that feeling that we just felt? That was a feeling. That's not just a record. And that's the thing that separates Mary J. Blige from all other artists. It makes her unique. She wrote the story of life. And what makes Mary special is she moves people not just with her voice, but who she is. She's not afraid to be vulnerable. She's not afraid to go where the music and her life takes her. She tells the truth. She pours everything into a record, into a performance. And she does this because through whatever she's going through, she knows that she has a responsibility to help others that are going through the same thing. Straight up, Mary J. Blige has saved a lot of lives. Mary J. Blige has saved a lot of broken hearts. Mary J. Blige is a queen. She's royal. She's majestic. She's strong. She's black excellence. To know Mary, I'm going to tell you right now, to have in your life is truly a blessing. You know, she has saved my life. I could sit here and attest to this. When I got fired, I didn't really know what I was going to do. And I already did what's the 411 with Mary. Mary just came and got me and said, I know you fired, but I want you to work on this My Life album with me. And, you know, it was like over for me. But that's what family's about. That's what Mary represents. She's going to be there for you during the dark times. She's going to be that voice that's going to uplift you. She's going to be that spirit that strengthens us all. And she's going to always represent black women and women as a whole to the fullest. And so I'm honored today to be here, a part of Mary J. Blige getting her star in Hollywood. I just want to say to you, my sister, I love you. I love you for life. I thank God that you are in all our lives. And I want you to enjoy this, because sometimes we get caught up in all of the cameras and we don't take the time to really understand where, you know, love don't like bees. Yeah. Mary, I want you to enjoy this. You came from Yonkers, Westchester, New York. You had a dream. Nobody believed, except for Andre Harrell, Kurt Willie, your family. But nobody else believed. We was there in the office. Nobody thought it was going to happen. They was like, nah, that's not what we doing right now. But we said, yo, this is what we doing. And you made it all the way this far through all the trials and tribulations. They tried to bring you down this year, and you crushing them. 2 Golden Globe nominations. Your star in Hollywood. A sold-out tour. You are our queen. Mary J. Blige, enjoy this moment. It's your moment. Give it up for Mary J. Blige. Welcome. I'm sorry, but it's Mary's birthday, so we have to sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Louder. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. We love you, Mary.
All right. Thank you, Sean Diddy Combs, and for being the choir director out here. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Let me introduce a couple of additional people who are with us. We are delighted to have with us music producers and also Walk of Fame honorees. Their stars a couple of blocks to the west. Please acknowledge Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. We are also delighted to have with us the director of Mudbound, Dee Reese, and fellow actor from Mudbound, actor Garrett Hedlund, and actor Tyrese. So let me introduce another Hollywood star. He's the man who make things happen right here in Hollywood. As you can see, these beautiful new buildings going up here. It takes someone to really lead the charge on that, and that's the council member for this area, Council Member Mitch O'Farrell, representing the 13th District in the city of Los Angeles. Please welcome him to the stage.
Thank you so much. Mary J. Blige. There is no hateration. There is no holleration in this dancery. But there is loveration. There is admiration. There is celebration of you because you are so profoundly talented and wonderful. We love you, Mary J. Blige. We do. I got to thank the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce for providing these events so that fans of these incredible celebrities like Mary J. Blige can come to this location and celebrate her year-round. Isn't that a wonderful benefit that the Chamber of Commerce offers the world? So thank you, Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, for doing this. And this little girl from the Bronx, here she is, in this incredible moment. And look at this. We do these ceremonies so that other little girls from the Bronx can someday also make it, because Mary J. Blige has paved the way for those little girls. Sir. It's Yonkers. My apologies. You're born in the Bronx. My apologies. Yonkers, the Bronx, it doesn't matter, because Mary J. Blige is a shining light that no matter what your adversity of life is, that you can make it and you can get a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame if you just live your truth. Right? And because of her example, we are all living her truth as well. That's what great artists do. They transcend all racial and social barriers because we can all relate to the human condition. And that's what Mary J. Blige is about. It is no wonder that she broke through and has become a great actress as well, because the light of a million souls shine through your eyes. In the movie Mudbound, you are the spiritual foundation of that entire film with the character portrayal that you gave. It's incredible. So I could go on and on like everyone else here because we all love Mary J. Blige so much. But we want to congratulate you for your inspiration, your transformation, your transformational powers, sharing your talents to all of us so that you can make millions of people around the world happy and whole and complete, and others that can live your truth and make more of themselves and more of their lives because of your example. It is with that, your exquisite, exceptional talent, that I am so very honored to be here as a city council member in Los Angeles with this incredible privilege of honoring one of my favorite people, Mary J. Blige, on this day. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. So we'll take some pictures. Okay, so we'll pivot this way. All right, we good? Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Councilmember O'Farrell. So, Mary, it's time to hear from you. But let me, by final way of introduction, say that we hereby declare this Mary J. Blige Day in Hollywood.
Before I read anything, any speech or anything, I just want to say thank y'all
so much for coming out here. And I want to thank, let me get to my thing right now. Give me a second. When I was a little girl growing up in the projects, I just loved to sing. And I wanted to sing because it set me free from all of the negativity and all of the confusion that was happening outside of our home. We lived in the projects, but we had love in our home. But when we stepped out that door, it was hell. And we learned how to survive. My mom is a survivor. She was a single parent mother, very, very small, and she raised us on her own. She had 3 jobs and she never stopped. I just want to thank God for my mother right now. And I want to thank God for this moment because it doesn't have to be like this. There's been times that in my career that I didn't even want to step out my house because I was hurt so bad. But God gave me the strength to keep stepping and keep my head up regardless of what anybody thought about me, regardless of what was being said about me, regardless of who hated me or who didn't. My skin is tough. I walk out. I can handle it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so grateful that on this born day, today is my birthday, January 11th. God has put my name on a star. A star. And I just want to, I gotta thank my siblings, because my big sister, LaTanya, because when nobody's there, she's there. And when nobody can handle it, she can handle it. So thank you, sis. Thank you, Quelly, to my little sister Quelly, to my little brother Brucey. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this moment, this honor. I'm so glad this came at this time because something like this is so important. And I always want to earn everything. I don't play games with this. I want people, when someone is praising me or looking up to me, I need to have earned that. So I'm so grateful for this star right now because I've earned it probably 3 times, but I'm so grateful that I have it. I'm so grateful. And I say that with confidence and not arrogance. I say that because I know it now and I know my worth and I understand what this means. Thank you so much. I know you guys see me everywhere and you know what's going on in my life, but let me tell you, I'm not letting it get the best of me. It is pushing me to a higher ground. I had to come up higher in my darkest moments to get to this side, the side of where, like Andre Harrell said, you're gonna sing for kings and queens one day. I had to come up higher in everything. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we have to be alone to really see ourselves and get to the greatness of who we truly are. We have to see ourselves, just ourselves. Well, I see myself clear and it's not all pretty, but I accept the beautiful mess that I am because it's an imperfect me, still learning, still growing, still Mary though. I want to thank the Hollywood Chambers of Commerce for giving me this star. And I have to give a really, really big thanks to my fans because, seriously, without y'all, none of this is possible. When I made that album, when we did What's the 411, we were having fun, we were dreaming, and we were doing it. But by the time I got to the My Life album, I really didn't want to live. I didn't know if I wanted to die. I didn't know what. I just knew I was ready to check out. And then I wrote you guys a letter called My Life. And you all wrote me one back saying, me too, Mary. So thank you so much. This is what created our relationship. I want to just turn around and thank my friends, my childhood friend, Mush, who came from New York. I went to school with her. She's been my friend since 4th grade. I want to thank my mom again, Cora. She's just thank you for being our strength, Mommy. Thank you, Misa. I love you. You was in it with us. And let me tell you, it was not easy. And before I get into my brother Puff, before I get into him, let me just thank everybody. I'm gonna get to all of y'all. Let me get to Puff right now. So yeah, you stand right there, because you should. So when I got in the music business, and I discovered Puff, or Puff discovered me. I didn't grow up with a father, but when I did see him, he made me laugh so hard, and I loved this man so much. Puffy reminded me of my dad so much. It's a part of what helped save my life and kept pushing me through. He reminded me of Thomas Blige. He made me laugh so hard. He pushed me so hard, and he wanted it more for me than I wanted it for myself. Puff wanted it for us more than we wanted it for ourselves. And right now, today, he used to get on my nerves with all of that, just push. And I loved him for it, but right now, today, I love him even more for it, because it's the thing in me, it's the voice in my head that I hear. Can't stop, won't stop, keep pushing. And it's the thing that keeps pushing me. So Puff, I want to thank you for being you're a huge, one of my biggest inspirations. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate you being there for me and looking out for me when friends didn't look right, when boyfriends didn't look right. You were there like, nah, get him out of here. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you for what you did when you brought remixes to me. I know I'm taking forever, but what else I'm going to do right now? I was a real hip-hop head. And Puffy used to surprise me when he would bring mixes to me, because I didn't think he was a hip-hop head like me. But the thing that was beautiful, he was. So when he brought Reminisce to me with the MC Light sample, that was the first time I felt something big was going to happen when I heard that song. So, and we celebrated that night. We went off when we heard that record. We going off. So, in my life and in my journey, I've had some wonderful people that have stayed, and I've had some people that have gone. But trials and tribulations are our greatest teachers and our greatest friends, because it exposes who's supposed to be there, and it exposes who's not supposed to be there. So right now, everyone that's here is supposed to be here. And if you're here tonight, thank you. I want to thank Dee Reese, the director of Mudbound, because when she called me, my life was at a standstill. My career was stagnant, and I was doing nothing, and I was told that I needed a high Q factor to get a job. And I was like, what? And Dee Reese called me and gave me a job and put my life back in motion with Mudbound, with my career back in motion on a whole nother level in this acting world. So Dee, I want to thank you for calling me. I don't think you understand what you did. You really helped save my life. Mudbound opened up doors and gave me strength that I didn't even know I had. So thank you so much to Dee. Thank you, Garrett, for coming. Angie Martinez, let me get into you real quick. You know, industry friends are industry friends. You know, they be all funny. Yeah. But Angie Martinez, from the time I met her 25 years ago, I knew, thank you, I knew she was a friend, and I knew she was going to be a friend. And she's more than a friend right now. She's a sister that looks out for me, that takes care of me, that makes sure I'm all right. Angie, I love you so deep. You have no idea. Misa dog. Misa, thank you so much for everything. You are a style icon. You have given us so many ideas. We weren't even thinking about rocking yellow and red hair until we saw you with yellow and red hair. You're amazing. I'm so grateful that you've come into my life and you've been my friend. I love you. Thank you so much. I got my family over here, right? Okay. Excuse me, Sean. Thank you, Garrett, for coming. Jimmy Iovine, let me get into you real quick. Jimmy Iovine, years ago when my life was getting shook upside down in the music industry, because it's always something getting shook upside down, Jimmy Iovine walked into my life and he said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "Well, I want to blow up and I need someone that's going to be with me every step of the way." He said, "Well, I got you." And I went over to Endoscope, and he has never left my side. Whether I was selling records or not, Jimmy Iovine stuck by me. He's been my friend. And Jimmy, I thank you. And when all hell was turning loose in 2016 and I had to file and all of that stuff, I was homeless last year. Jimmy Iovine took me into his Malibu home, him and his beautiful wife, Liberty, and I will never forget that. And treated me like I was child. We had to have meetings at breakfast and all this stuff. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Andre Harrell, if you never came to Slow Bomb and you didn't stand in that you didn't take a chance on coming upstairs in that pissy hallway and all those crackheads and all that stuff and coming upstairs like you did, I wouldn't be here right now. So thank you for taking a chance, for coming down to Slow Bomb for me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let me get to my girlfriend, Keisha. Keisha's one of those friends that they're going to be there forever. People don't see her, but she's very present. She's a friend of mine. She's someone I call a shrink almost, because sometimes you just can't talk to everybody about everything. And she's one of those people that I know would never, ever talk about anything I talk to her about. She's helped save my life. She's been there for me. And Keisha, I love you. Thank you so much. I will never forget you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get finished in a minute. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I started crying with Keisha because the hell, Jesus. Chris, thank you. Thank you for taking care of my girl. I love you, Kaylin. I miss you. Nikki and Don Poole, what can I say? In my darkest hour, you were there. You guys love me for me. Don Poole was there from the beginning. And thank you so much, guys, for seeing but not saying but protecting. I love you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. I see you, Tanya and Shakim. Thank y'all so much. You guys have been there for me through so many things since the very beginning. Shakim believed in me as an actress. He's believed in me, so thank you, Shakim, so much. Thank you, Erica Reed, for loving me the way you do, making me feel like I was a fly girl too when I didn't feel so fly. Well, now I am, but you know. Thank you, APA. I love your energy. I see you, Jim. I see you got your head poked out. Thank you, APA, for all your new, fresh energy. I'm so happy, so proud to be on your team. Thank you, Lou at TriStar. Thank y'all so much. Team full of women. This is too gangster. Thank you. Team full of women. And I want to thank my I see you, Jeff Holliston. Jeff is, you know, like I said, industry people, you're not an industry people. You have been my friend. Thank you so much. Stephen, thank you so much for being a writer at BET, not at BET. Thank you so much. I got to thank my team. because they work so very, very, very hard. And we work in a tight circle. We don't have a conglomerate. We have like a mom and pops kind of thing running, but we get the job done. So thank you to my Nicole Jackson for riding with me to the bitter end. Thank you, Eddie, for riding with me. Thank you, Ashana. Thank you so much to my Huggy Carter. And if I'm missing anybody, I'm so sorry. Let me see. Thank you, Sonia Guado, for riding completely out. Thank you. And thank y'all so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Raphael Sadiq, for always coming. Glam, I see you, Larry, Law, DeAndre, and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Man, what can I say? No more drama. They wrote this song. When they wrote this song for me, I was like, are y'all following me around? Are y'all spies? What is going on? How do y'all even know? But it was my life and the turmoil that I was living and I was trying to get out of. So I thank Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis for being the gigantic stars they are, but treating me when I didn't even know I was a star and didn't feel like a star. I didn't know it. They treated me like as if I was equal to Janet, and that made me feel so good. So thank you, everybody. I'm gonna get off of here right now. And oh, no, I'm sorry, one more thing. I have to thank Deborah Lee. And thank you guys for your prayers. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right. Let's unveil that star, Mary. Come on down.
Ladies and gentlemen, please proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Mary J. Blige.
Harry, touch it. Get the star ready to go.
Wait, let us stay like that.
killing me.
Face that way.
Thank you. Mary, you're so pretty. Give me your eyes, baby.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. Mary, you're love you, Mary. Give me my shoe back. Straight ahead. Yes, thank you. Hey, Puffy, ain't you in the house? Ain't you in the house, Puffy?
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Nice, you right on the right place. Mary, don't let Puffy take your spot.
Hey!
Push it, girl. Push it back to family guy. That's a personal one. Y'all ain't got to print that. Send me that for my personal one. Puffy, give her a hug. Oh, no. right, folks. Straight ahead.
Guys on the right. What you gonna do? AJ! I love you, Mary! Mary, talking to everybody! Thank you. She gonna let Wendy have it.